computer. Okay. We want to talk a little bit about social media. So we got about another 30 minutes. We're going to talk about social media, prospecting on social media, tips, tricks, things that you should be doing on your social media page. Okay. Look, before we even start talking about social media, there is nothing better, in my opinion, than belly to belly marketing. If you can get in front of someone, if you can get in front of people and have a human interaction and conversation with them, that is going to increase your odds of converting them into clients. Okay. So never feel like, okay, my social media is going to be the most powerful tool that I have. For me, my suggestion, open houses. Open houses can break you into different markets. They can break you into luxury markets. They can get you in front of buyers. They can get you in front of sellers as well if you do your open houses correctly. Okay, so that's very important. All right, so with that being said, the first thing that I want to say is on social media, for one, have a cover page, have a cover photo behind your regular photo, right? Put up a photo that looks good, that looks professional. You don't have to have a professional headshot or anything like that. You can take a picture in front of a white wall and you see, I just put on a jacket and shirt, and I think I had on shorts right here when I when I took this picture in the house. I just had some good lighting, right? Ring light, or take a picture outside with some natural sunlight. And then I cropped it on Canva, took out the background and put the EXP logo there, right? Great picture, right? Put what you do in your profile. Let people know you're a realtor. Let people know that you're in real estate, what company you're with. I go on a lot of people's pages. Oops, sorry. And write something here in your bio too, letting people know what you do. This is the first thing people are going to see, right? I go on people's pages and you don't even know what their career is. You don't even know they're a realtor. You got to scroll their page to find out they're a realtor. Put what you do. It looks professional. Okay. Number of friends on Facebook. You can have up to 5,000 friends. I used to have 5,000. My other page got hacked, got deleted. I got to start back over. So I got 1352. So I'm growing. I'm very strategic on who I put on my page at this point. I'm really only adding realtors right now. But when I was adding, when I was more so looking for buyers and sellers, more so buyers, I was very strategic about who I added and how I added them, right? So you want to like kind of figure out, and then we go into figuring out what type of person or audience are you targeting, right? What does your buyer, what does your seller look like? What movies do they watch? What restaurants do they attend? What cities do they live in, right? You want to really target your audience versus just adding a bunch of random people. Am I looking for first-time buyers? Am I looking for second-time buyers? Start thinking about, what your audience looks like, because if you're just adding random people, you're going to just get all random spread out type of results. You want to be laser focused in even adding your friends, right? And then like Jalen was saying, strategic about the content that you're seeing. You're kind of right, Jalen. Like I send certain things in a certain order because I want to tell a certain story, right? So I'm not going to send in the beginning to an agent, a potential agent or a potential agent. I'm not going to send right away that we have 76,000 agents in a company. I'm going to send something more along the lines of who is the company? What is the company? What's the value of the company, right? If I'm looking at potential agents that, potential buyers, maybe I'm going to send, first things first, a welcome introduction to connecting. Thank you for connecting. Saying what I do. right? So something great to do would be if you have a potential, someone that you think they're a potential buyer, you just made friends with them, you want to do a warm introduction. You just don't want to go on their page. You just don't want to be on their page liking and commenting and hope they start liking and commenting your stuff. You want to get that warm introduction, right? So whether that be a script that you write out. Hey, my name is Sophia. I'm with EXP Realty. I help individuals get into homes as low as a 580 credit score as possible. I serve these areas, etc. Want to see how I can help you. Do you need a home, or do you know someone that might be interested in buying, selling, or renting? Okay, so you want to prospect and let those people know, hey, I'm here, right? You can either do that with a script, or you can jump in their inbox with a selfie video. So who makes selfie videos? Shay. Shay makes very good TikToks, and Shay and Ambria probably going to do a TikTok training for us as well coming up. But that's a form of kind of a selfie video right there. It's TikTok, but you can make a TikTok where it's like a video that's a selfie type of video. What you think, Shay? Would you do like a selfie TikTok video, or would you just kind of do a selfie video just explaining, who you are and what you do?
I would probably do a selfie video explaining who I am, what it is that I do, showcase my personality before we get into the like TikTok stuff.
Okay. And then and look, perfect, exactly what she said. She said, before we get into the TikTok stuff. So she's not ruling out the TikTok stuff. She's just saying, I'm going to start here being strategic on what I send them first. I'm going to show my business, my professionalism, right? My introduction. And then later I'll get into some more content, and maybe some of that content will be a TikTok video, right? So decide right now, right? Are you going to either have a script, right? And I'll probably end up putting a general script together, but either you're going to have a script where you're sending individuals, or you're going to make a video that at least explains what you do. It does not have to be some full blown out production, high-end video, drone from the sky that's just going through the city. Even though you could do that with the technology we have, you could take clips of videos and video maker and put that in there with you can make all type of stuff now just with your cell phone. But you need to have that intro. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. All right. And I think Sophia, she told me earlier she was going to just be listening in. Okay. So let's talk about what are you posting on your page, right? So this is kind of where the top producer group started. You want to have a pin post. So you see it's got that little pin up top right here. This here allows you to pin a post, okay? And I know, Franz, you don't really use Facebook, you use more so Instagram. Instagram, has some different features as well, like you can have your topics, and we can kind of get into that too. But this is kind of like when you have those highlights on Instagram, this will be like your pinned post, like it's always right there, right? This is my pinned post because this is what I want people to see from the beginning, because I'm looking for realtors. I'm building an organization. But I would do a pinned post for if you're looking for buyers and sellers, for something that attracts buyers, for something that attracts sellers, right? Maybe a group where you're providing some value, and you can add those potential buyers and sellers all in one place. And instead of sending 100 messages to all of those potential buyers or all of those potential sellers, you drop one piece of content and it went to everybody, right? You want to add value, right? So maybe, hey, I'm starting a Facebook group for buyers that want to purchase a home at a 580 credit score, or for people that are working on their credit that's getting ready to buy a home within the next year, or for sellers that want more information on tips and tricks to sell their home on their own, for sale by owners. See, the thing is, the for sale by owners, they don't typically end up selling the home themselves. They usually end up still listing with a realtor after they've tried to sell it on their own and they couldn't, because we got the leverage with the MLS, right? So provide some value on your pinned post. My pinned post is not even a picture of me. See, most people think that their pinned post should be like, oh, it's got to be me and I got to look fancy and I got to do this, right? No, they don't. People don't care about that. The only thing they care about is what you can do for them. What can you give me? How can you help me, right? So maybe it's for Franz is doing leasing, right? And then maybe on the leasing side, he said, hey, if you're interested in leasing and you want to get MLS access, or I know, Franz, you got some different systems that you use for leasing. If you want to get access to these properties, MLS or such and such access for at no cost. Now, see, we can set people up on searches, right? We can set them up on searches. The same stuff that they'll typically see on Redfin and Realtor.com and Trulia is the same stuff we're setting them up on searches with. But they hear MLS or they hear the other systems that we use and they think, oh man, that's something so amazing. I want that access. Okay, so now you create a conversation with them and you set them up on a search. Now your MLS system, your search that you have them set up on, or the website, your EXP website that you have, and you can input their information into your KV core, and now you set up prospecting for them for these particular properties, right? That's really acting as a drip campaign for you. So I'm going after people that's ready to buy right now, but I'm also creating a pipeline of people that's coming down the line. See, you want to get so good at this that when someone goes on these other websites and they look at the property that they're interested in seeing, they don't click the more information button, they screenshot it and send it to you. That's the game changer. Do they hit the more info button and go to a realtor that's assigned by that website, or do they screenshot it and send it over to you? Okay. Does that make sense right there, of a way to, start building up, that following, I should say. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay. All right, so what type of posts do people like? They like posts where they see you out and about, right? They like informative posts. They like to see you winning, right? They like motivation. Remember, you never know who you're sitting next to. Life is short. Don't pass on opportunities because they will stop coming. I can, I will, I must, I'm doing, it's done. 67 likes, 20 comments, right? So they like these. This is Asia. I shared her post. Under contract, they like that. They like to see you out and about, right? 76 likes. They like posts like this. Now, because you don't want to make everything about, homes. You don't want to make everything about, I got a home for sale. I got a rental that's up, and you're just sharing a bunch of links on your page. Because what happens is people won't hit the like button all the time, and then you won't get that many likes, and it's going to mess up your algorithm, and the social media platform won't want to show your posts very much anymore. Okay, so you want to mix it up, right? So look, it's jab, 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 right hook. Anybody ever heard Gary Vaynerchuk? You guys ever heard of Gary Vaynerchuk? Gary V? No?
Yeah, boxer.
No. He's like a motivational speaker almost, but he's heavy into social media advertising, using social media to grow and leverage your business.
Isn't he like that guy that like really talks at you? Like he's like, grab life by the balls. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he has like
You
that
sound
attitude.
just like him.
Yeah, that's
funny. So Gary V, his motto is jab, 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 right hook, right? Post something, a win that you receive. Post something educational. Post a family and friends of you being out, right? Get the engagement going, right? And then hit your audience with, you know, here's a home, here's a rental property, right? Hit them with that. But if you just all the way down the line, home for sale, home for sale, home for sale, you're gonna start losing the engagement. But people do like to see when you put a home under contract. If you take a picture with your clients that just bought a place, sold a home, got their new rental, and you post a picture with them or post a picture of them, or you say this home just got under contract, or you say this home just got sold, those posts are going to win. But just posting your link to your website with the house that's for sale over and over and all the way down the line, or just your picture saying, hey, use me as your realtor, use me as your realtor, people are going to stop following you. They're going to stop paying attention to you. So you hear people say this a lot, and I used to be one of those people. And I used to say, I'm not on Facebook to entertain nobody. That's what I used to say. I'm sorry, guys, but you are. We are. I don't care if I get likes or not. Well, then why are we posting on social media, right? Especially if we're in business, you should be concerned about getting likes. You should want to get likes. Because Facebook, if you got 5,000 friends, they might only be showing your post to 500. If that, if you get some engagement on it, right? So you want to get engagement because Facebook don't want people to leave their platform. And if people are not liking your post, Facebook saying we're not going to show that because they're not going to be entertained, right? Same thing with Instagram. LinkedIn is that's just a difficult one, but same thing with LinkedIn and TikTok as well. Okay, so that's how you want to make sure that you're getting engagement on your post. If you guys ever see anything that you like, right? Let's say you saw this post right here, and you like this post. I don't want you to share. I don't want you to hit this share button right here. Do not share my post. I want you to press and hold, and I want you to copy that text. And when you copy that text, I want you to go to your page, right? I want you to paste it just like that and use a different background and post it, right? I want to make this real easy for y'all. Like if you come up with your own type of wording or anything like that, that's fine, right? But if you can't think of something, come to my page and see if it's something there. Because look, we don't have the same friends. If you see something that worked, just take it. Because Facebook does not like when you share other people's posts. Even though they have the share button there, it'll boost that person's post. But when you share it to your page, you'll get little to no engagement. Unless you got a good following already, then you'll probably get some engagement. So let me show you this. This is a perfect example. So I can get 79, 44, 85. Look, you get stock in the company too, Franz. I don't know if you know that, right? 41 likes, right? 34, 67. Look, but then I shared a post. And what happened? I got 13. That's it. Because it's a shared post. I got 13 and 9 comments. That's still pretty good. Sometimes you'll get a shared post that blows up, but that's still pretty good that I got 13 and 9. But if I had posted this myself, and it was me, that this post would have got 100 and something likes, but it's shared content. That's why I didn't. It's harder to get engagement on shared content. Okay.
Replica.
So going back a little bit through it, get up to 5K friends, work on it in the evenings when everybody is asleep. I send friend requests at 1 in the morning. I don't care about sending friend requests. It's not going to bling their phone. Okay. Prospecting, you always do that during the day. Do that during business hours. Any prospecting, do not be adding friends during the day, because that's wasted time. You need as much time as you can to prospect. Okay. What does prospecting look like? Jump in the DMs, right? Like somebody else's post. This is Shay's post, right? I'm just gonna hit that. Facebook likes when you comment. I'm gonna hit the fire emojis. I'm gonna keep going, right? That's Brian's post. I'm gonna like that. Lynetta's post Cancun. I'm gonna like that. She said, P.S. I don't own the rights to this music. I'm gonna say enjoy, right? Because think about it, you'll have potential clients on this page. You want to start engaging with your potential clients, right? Because you want them to get to know, like, and trust you. Okay. Now, how do you find people to add? All right. So anybody want to volunteer to say, hey, what does their potential customers look like? Like, where do they live? What restaurants do they eat at? Right? Anybody want to volunteer on that? If not, I'll throw something out there.
For me, I'm like thinking about like people I went to high school with, teachers that's on my social media. Sometimes I go into like the people that is in our groups. I'll go on their page and kind of prospect and go through their friends. So that's what I've been trying to do lately.
Okay. Okay. So you said the people that's on your page or the people that's in the group?
Yeah.
The top producers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they realtors, they might have some people that they already prospecting. I wanna look at this, right? For one, y'all ever heard of farming an area? I know y'all have heard that term before, farming an area. So like if you the best thing you could do, so like let's say if you were sending out mailers to someone, right? You don't want to just, if you got a limited amount of money, a limited amount of time, you don't just want to try to farm the whole city or farm the whole state because you'll run out of money and everybody will get like one flyer. You know, you want to farm a area where they can constantly see you over and over again. So somebody may have one specific area where they're doing flyers, they're doing billboards, they're doing bus stop ads, etc. Right? It's the same thing on social media. You kind of want to try to farm an area of where you're going to be working, right? So Jalen, what areas do you think you'll be working? You'll probably want to stay closer to home, especially if the price point is right. So
like Bartlett, Kell Stream, Hanover Park. I stay like in between Elgin and Bartlett, so like Elgin too.
okay. What's a good restaurant, like, because think about it, you got to think about it like this too. Now you're thinking about the area that you're farming, but you also got to think about, okay, am I looking at first time buyers or am I looking at second time buyers? Right? Am I looking at, like even Franz, it's like, okay, am I looking at people that's going to be getting their first rental, or am I looking at business professionals that want higher end rentals? They don't, right? He said, there you go, right there, right? So you want to know like what you're looking for, right? So Jalen, what would you say? You said Bartlett, you said Elgin, right? Are you looking for Schaumburg? You're looking for first time buyers, or you're looking for individuals that may be second time buying, more expensive properties?
First time. Like to start off, I say first time buyers.
Okay, you're going after first time buyers. Okay, so where would a potential first time buyer, what would they frequent, like a restaurant or
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do I locate that audience? Like, how do I position myself?
Right. So a lot of first time buyers may be people that are already currently renting, right? And I don't know, Franz, if you're going to end up getting into the sales part of it, because if you got a lot of people that are in rentals, they're going to want to eventually buy.
Yeah, I had a ton of that, especially during the pandemic. Like I had when peak COVID, rental prices were so crazy low. I had all these people moving into the city, and they bought, they moved into like these really fancy high rises downtown or whatever. And now I'm getting like a lot of those clients hitting me back up, trying to help them move out of the city because rent prices have gone up. Because you know, the mandate, like all the mandates are gone and people literally don't seem to care that we're still in a pandemic. So since the rates have gone up back up, I have all these people hitting me up now being like, hey, can you help me find a new place? I've had those same types of people saying, okay, now that I did my stint in the city, I want to go live in the suburbs. Can you help me buy a place? And I'm just like, sorry, dude, like I don't have my buy sell license, so I'll refer them to somebody else. But it's definitely been great, like in terms of getting consistent leads from people that I've helped before.
Yeah.
So just being in that rental space downtown has been really helpful with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So all right, so let's back to Jalen. You're looking at Bartlett, Elgin, first-time buyers. What you might be looking at is individuals living in apartments already, like complexes, right? What restaurants are near that complex as well, right? They're gonna like areas that they might typically frequent, to do business, or become merchants, I should say. Go ahead, Franz.
Yeah, I was gonna say like River North, West Loop, like Lincoln Park, like all these young professionals who are like finishing, their stints at DePaul, they're finishing, their stints at Northwestern or whatever, and they're like
give me a restaurant. Let's try a restaurant or a club or something like that.
I mean, you could maybe do like any of the Eddas, like there's one in River North, there's one in in Wicker Park.
Spell it for me. ETT.
ETTA, Edda. There's also Beatnik on the river. I mean, that's like another poppin' spot.
So this is right. Okay, 700 North Clark. Is that good?
Yeah. There's that one. There's also one on North Avenue.
Let's see
definitely
what this one does. Let's see what this one does. So we go to this one, right? Let's go to the photos. Okay. So let's see all photos. Okay. They got one here, January 28th, 2021. That's a little bit older. Let's scroll the page then. Let's see what they're posting. Okay. This was February 5th. All right. So I'm gonna see who liked it, right? Who liked this post? Somebody frequents that restaurant, they liked it. This guy right here, I would probably send him a friend request, right? It looks like he hasn't posted in a while, but he could be blocking his other content. We know he's active because he just liked this post that was from February 5th. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not too much concerned about what his profile looks like because I know he's active, right? All the restaurants by Halstead, Randolph Corridor, huge young professionals looking for, let's see what you said, looking for luxury real estate.
Yeah, like all the people in West Loop, like West Loop is bougie as fuck and completely overpriced. So all the people who migrate there and like live in that like little West Loop bubble, like a ton of them, once they're done living like their little young professional tech life in West Loop, they'll look to like move to the suburbs or something like that. So just an option, like if you're trying to go out and like network at the same time that you're trying to party in Chicago, like West Loop is definitely a good place to do that for sure.
Do you live in that area, Franz?
I don't live in West Loop, but I live in Pilsen, which is like right by UIC, which is like 5 or 10 minutes from West Loop. I used to work in a lot of the rental buildings though there, and that's the only reason I really know.
Cause I'll come down there, I'm gonna have to connect with you.
Yeah, dude, for sure. All my stuff is up there if you want to reach out. Here, I'll include my like real Instagram, the one that I actually use too. If anyone wants to reach out on there.
Appreciate that, Franz.
Yeah, no problem.
So look, this dude right here, bartender, right? He's a bartender at Etta. The bartenders know everybody, right? He got 1746 on his friends. It says November. He last posted. I got a feeling though, he probably posted more than that. That's just the public stuff. I would friend this guy right here. He knows everybody. He's the bartender. Bartenders, the barbers, they know a lot of people because they come in contact with a lot of people, right? I want to connect with that person, right? So just think about what your audience looks like, where they live, where they frequent, and increase your odds of who do I friend request. Now, of course, you want to hit your spirit, like Jalen was saying, people you went to school with, friends, family, old co-workers. But after you get outside, the person that babysitted you when you were 10 years old, like you want to reach all of those people. But after you've reached all of those people and you've connected with them, start targeting who you want to make friends with. Okay. That all makes sense right there, guys? Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you spoke about that because I've been thinking like, who I will reach? Like, how can I reach them? Like you said, going out, getting in front of as much people as possible.
Yeah. But this is how you do it on social media to target your audience of who you want to connect with and see your post and etc. Right now, if you're gonna go after top luxury style type people, still do your posts and your motivational stuff like that. But you want to do when you start posting like pictures of yourself or properties or whatever, you want to post stuff that's in line with what they will want. So if you're gonna have a bunch of people that are, business professionals that's, on the wealthier side of things, you don't want to be posting properties that are, not gonna be conducive, right? Or at least have a mix for those that are on the lower budget side and those that are on the higher budget side. But don't just have, all lower priced homes and no higher priced homes, or all higher priced homes and no lower priced homes. Okay, or and like Franz say, luxury rentals at that point as well. So, yeah, we'll end it there unless you all got any questions. Maybe next time I'll jump into some Instagram stuff because there's some tips and tricks that we can use on Instagram as well. Probably a few more things I could show here on the Facebook platform, and definitely I can get into the LinkedIn and all of that stuff too. But any questions for me from what we talked about?
I guess I would just be curious to hear, like, from the people that are in this call, like, is everybody here pretty much exclusively buy sell, or does anybody here do leasing or rentals or anything like that too?
I've had a couple people reach out to me like as far as they want to rent like in the future, but mostly I haven't done any transaction yet, but that's my main focus, like buy and sell.
Word. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at Shay's right now, her Instagram.
And
I think you just added me.
I
think.
did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I love your page.
I'm buy sell. I do buy sell. I don't do any leasing. So
Okay.
but I would love to get some insight from you because do you do luxury leasing?
Yeah, that's when I was at my last brokerage, that's pretty much what I did for like a year and a half, was just straight up leasing.
Okay.
I guess you can call it like apartment locating too at the same time. Like I pretty much exclusively worked with apartment complexes because in the leasing game, apartment complexes will like pay you 100% of first month's rent, versus condos, is only half month's rent minus an MLS fee. And my last brokerage was a disgusting split of 40. I only got 40%, at my last brokerage. So, yeah, I mean, a huge reason why I transferred over here is because I just have all these past clients that are like looking for me to help them. And I'm like, this is literally money that I'm missing out on because whatever. So, the 80% split on a $2,000 one bed deal is like $1,600. And I don't know, the way that I think about it is like, if I can just close like 2 of those a month, I will be fine. I also have a full-time job. So that's how I have been thinking about it. So if anybody has questions on leasing, I've been to a bunch of buildings downtown all around. So more than happy to answer any questions that anybody has too. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Franz.
Yeah, Franz, definitely, man. Because that's what I want the team to do is like if we can all feed off each other's strengths, right? So, maybe you come on at some point. I know you got to get yourself, kind of settled in and everything like that.
Yeah.
But, with you and Christine doing leasing, that would be a great benefit for the team to have that training and bring some value.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, some of these properties are like insane, and it's, it's like, I don't know, a very specific type of person like is willing to pay a super premium price for just a 600 square foot apartment. The same type of person that would buy a luxury property in the suburbs, so it's like, my goal is to like develop this relationship. So eventually if I do decide to do buy sell, I can like help that exact same person that I helped 2 years ago to find a rental, but we're not there yet, one step at a time, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christine is great too for everybody on the team. Like she was at Optimigo, she was literally like the top producer there. Like she's an absolute beast. So definitely reach out to her if you're also interested in leasing, because she's so good at it. Like she's just
Yeah.
really good at it.
Yeah, Christine is a beast. I tried to get her on this call, but she was busy. So, you know, maybe you all come on together or something like that, but that would be great. Definitely appreciate it. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Guys, thanks for coming to the meeting. I'll be dropping this in the group later today. Gotta jump on another call, but you know, definitely feel free to reach out to me for any questions. What I don't know, like I said, I will either find out or connect you with someone that can help. All right. Have a good
Cool.
night.
Thanks, Aziz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you
Have a good
all.
night, guys.
Have a good
Bye.
night.